What is going on, my friend? In this video, what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you the 4 steps to make $300 or more per day on autopilot. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me, Garrett, how do you make so much money on autopilot, right? Passively. Because a lot of people are out there, what they're doing is they're grinding all day. Okay, they're working on their computer all day, they're constantly engaging with people, they're constantly messaging hours and hours of the day, but they're not making that much money. So that's not really the key. Okay, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 steps I've personally been using to generate up to, $300. Yesterday I made around like $400 a day working about an hour or so. Okay, so if you want to learn how to do that, pay close attention to this entire video. Some of it you may know, but if you're not making this much on autopilot, then there's obviously a few things that you may be needing to learn. Okay, so the very first step is basically traffic. Okay, traffic. Now again, you may know this. Okay, yeah, I got to get daily traffic, but what I specifically mean by that, especially if you want to make it on autopilot, is you really need to pick 1 or 2 main traffic sources. Okay, places where people that your target market is hanging out. A lot of people think, and this is what I used to think when I first got started in the industry, is they're just going to talk to every single person. Okay, they're talking to their friends, they're talking to their family. They're basically trying to hit every single person over the head with their opportunity, and they're wondering why they're struggling. The key you have to realize is you have to think about the traffic as a target. Okay, there's a middle of the target. I like to call it a bullseye. I always tell my students, you want to aim for that bullseye. So ask yourself right now, if you're promoting a business or a product, who is your ideal customer? And if the first answer that pops in your head is, well, everyone should love it, then that, my friend, is the reason, unfortunately, why you're struggling. Because the idea is you want to identify, the demographic of the exact type of person you want to work with. Okay, so is it a male? Is it a female? What age are they? Are they from 20 years old to 30 years old? Are they in their 60s? Who is that ideal person? Because when you start to get clear on that person and you start to produce content, you're going to start attracting them to you. This is the first key to autopilot, because if you're going out there and you're talking to every single person, you're passing out flyers, you're messaging people, you're adding tons of people that are not targeted, you're going to constantly hear objection after objection. I remember hearing, oh, is this a pyramid scheme? Oh, do I have to invest? All this, BS, because I was targeting the wrong people. So the first key is you want to pick 1 to 2 traffic sources that you actually enjoy. Okay, so where are you typically? Are you mostly on Instagram? Start focusing on Instagram. Are you mostly on Facebook? Start doing Facebook. The key is you want to pick 1 or 2. So many people that I work with that reach out and partner with me, they think, it's, power in numbers, right? They're going to go out there and do every single medium. And what happens is they end up, just frustrated. They end up burnt out because they're not really using, a few and focusing. Okay, so that's the first key. Identify who your target market is. Go for that target, and then pick 1 to 2 traffic sources. For me, I personally use YouTube and Instagram. I'm on Facebook right now. I've just been using Facebook a little bit more, but mainly it's YouTube and Instagram. And for traffic, you may be wondering, well, autopilot, how exactly do you generate traffic on autopilot? Now, yes, you can use free or paid methods. Obviously, if you have some money, you can do paid ads. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more passive. Obviously, if you're running Facebook ads, the definition of that is it's autopilot, right? Rather than, prospecting people and trying to qualify people manually, your ad is just going out there filtering people for you. But let's say you want to do it for free. One of the ways that I've personally been using is Instagram, okay? And I've been automating my Instagram. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me, for more information on how to do that. I actually have an Instagram course. Now, the purpose of this video is not to sell my Instagram course. If you actually want more information on how exactly you can automate and get up to 50 to 100 leads a day, feel free to message me. But that's the first step, okay, is to find a traffic source, get laser targeted on your target market, and then be consistently posting on there. Now, what's step 2? Okay, step 2 is you want to use a funnel. Okay, a funnel. Now, a lot of people don't know what this is. A lot of people are sending people, when they generate a lead, they're sending them to their company website. Okay, if you're an Amway or Herbalife or a network marketing company or an affiliate marketing company, chances are you get a company website with that when you joined. Now, what a lot of people do is they actually start referring people directly to that company website. Now, this is actually an issue for a lot of reasons. Now, I'm not going to get into every single problem with this, but the main key is when you send someone to your company website, like let's say this is your company website, okay? And let's say you have that link to your website in your Instagram bio, okay? For example, which is one of the things I suggest you do. A lot of people don't even have a link in their bio. That's the first step, put a link in your bio, right? But let's say you have a link to your website, your company website. Let's say you're posting on Instagram, for example. Now, if someone goes to your company website, you have no idea who that person is, okay? Because you're not capturing any information. So that person could go, be somewhat interested, leave, and now you don't know who the heck that person was, so you can't follow up. Okay, so the next step, step 2, to make automated sales up to $300 or more per day on autopilot, like me and my students have been doing, is to send people to a funnel. And the first step of a funnel is something called a capture page. Okay, now there's usually something called a headline and a form that collects your prospects' information, okay, like their email address or their name. Now, this is one of the big keys, because what this does is when you send someone rather to your company website, you send them to a capture page. What this does is now you know who that person is. Okay, so now you can actually follow up through emails, and that's actually going to be step 3, but I'll get there in a second. Now you can capture their information and you know who went to it. You're not losing out on leads. You're not leaving stacks of money on the table like unfortunately so many people out there, okay? So now what are the components of a funnel? And I'm actually going to break that down real quick, okay? So let's assume you have a funnel. Now you may be asking me, Garrett, how exactly do I create a funnel? What are the tools? You know, there's a lot of good ones out there. Number one, I personally recommend ClickFunnels. It's actually, click and drop to create funnels. But, the lead pages, there's lots of ones out there. Again, feel free to reach out if you want after this video, and I can, share with you the resources. But you want to create a funnel. Now, the first step is obviously the capture page, okay, step 1. Now, the second step is the thank you page or the sales page, okay? Now, this is going to usually have a video that's going to explain and do all the telling and selling for you. Again, if you want autopilot, what a lot of people are doing, what I used to do, okay, is I would call up my leads one by one all day long. I'd be hunched over, trying to get the courage up to call people on the phone. And the issue with that is I'd have to do all the selling and telling, or I'd get someone on a 3-way call as, my upline would sell people. But now, if you want automation, what you're going to do is you're going to send people directly to the capture page, not your company website, your capture page. When you send people to the capture page, you're going to capture that person's information. Now you can actually follow up. You know who went there. And then you're going to send them directly. You're going to have this form automatically redirect them to your thank you page with your sales video. Okay, now your sales video is going to sell your opportunity or your product. You don't have to do all that hard work, right? It's basically going to do all that for you. And then, then what also is happening here, here's the automation. What happens is when someone goes to your capture page and then they see your sales video, not everyone is going to decide to buy instantly, okay? Not everyone is going to pull out their credit card and make a purchase, because on average, industry standards, you may have heard this before, it takes on average 7 to 12 exposures for someone to buy, okay? So you have to be following up or posting consistently on social media to expose that person at least 7 times. Okay, that's why you may have been struggling. Garrett, I'm sending people to my website, but they're not buying. Well, chances are you're not exposing them at least 7 times. Once you start doing that, now you're going to be able to make more sales. Okay, that's a topic for another video as you continue to watch my lives. But basically, once you send them to here, what's also happening with a good funnel creator like ClickFunnels is it adds the person, okay, hopefully you can see that, to your email list, okay, something called an email list. Now, I personally use the email autoresponder service called Aweber, okay, Aweber. Now, Aweber, what it does is it hooks up to your capture page and it automatically collects these email leads, the email addresses of the people that are putting their information in. And then what you can do, and here's the power, my friend, this is step 3, okay? If you're taking notes, step 3 to automated $300, $400 sales. Here's step 3. Step 3 is emails, okay? Sending follow-up emails on autopilot. Now, again, with Aweber, basically Aweber is going to do that for you. You can actually schedule emails, okay, to go out on autopilot. Now, I personally recommend, people ask me, Garrett, how many emails should I schedule? Personally, I say 7, okay? Bare minimum, do 7. Now, why 7? Well, again, it takes on average 7 exposures for someone to buy. So with that, you're ensuring you're at least getting those 7 exposures. Now, you're going to keep sending people, okay? You're going to keep sending people in those emails. Okay, let's say that's an email. Okay, email. You're going to keep sending those people back to your sales page. Okay, so this is your sales page. Okay, and by the way, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, my friend. I'm not really checking the comments right now. I will in a second, but I appreciate you for watching this because a lot of people are struggling out there. A lot of people are wondering why they're not getting the sales they want. A lot of people are wondering why they're spending hours a day online when some people are just working about an hour or so and waking up to commissions. You've probably seen people that are showing their PayPal account and they're getting all these deposits coming in, doing very little, and you may be wondering, what am I doing different? I remember when I first started about 4 years ago, I was frustrated because I would see these people online and they wouldn't really be sharing the things I'm sharing with you now. I had to go many years of trial and error, beating my head against the wall to figure all this out. So if you're watching this, I appreciate you, my friend, and hopefully I'm saving you a ton of pain and I appreciate you, my friend, dropping value. I appreciate that. And I hope I'm saving you a ton of pain and effort, okay? Now, I'm gonna get going in a second, actually. But the last step, okay, so once you have all this set up, and again, ClickFunnels, you may be kind of like, Garrett, this is great, but how do I put all this together? Again, feel free to inbox me when I'm done, and I'll just shoot you, what exactly I'm doing. You can literally just copy what I'm doing, because I have nothing to hide, my friend. I want you to succeed, I want you to win, and I want you to see, I want to see at the top, okay? So step number 4, here's the last step to making $300 to $400 a day on autopilot, and this is what a lot of people miss out on. And this is promoting the right product or opportunity, okay? Because I remember when I first got started online, I had joined an opportunity and I was promoting a product and it had very, very low payout, okay? It was a product, it was about, maybe $40 to join, and I was making maybe 50% commissions. So I would earn about $20 a sale. Okay, now if you want to make $300 to $400 a day, I'm not a math whiz, and this goes to show you that you don't have to be great at math to make a lot of money online, right? But I don't know how many darn sales at $20 you'd have to make a day, but it's an ungodly amount, okay? And the issue with promoting low ticket offers and products is you can set up the traffic, you can set up the capture page in the funnel, you can set up the automated emails, but you're going to need a massive amount of leads to make any good money when you're making a very small, tiny, itsy-bitsy percentage per commission, okay? So what I personally recommend is promoting a product that's at least $100 a commission, okay? Now, again, the reason is you only need, if you want to hit $300 a day, $400 a day, it obviously depends, my friend, on how much money you want to make per month, right? The more money you want to make per month, obviously you need to make more per day. So what I personally recommend is a side tangent. Figure out how much you want to make per month and then work down to your daily income goal, and that's how much money obviously you need to make per day. It's a lot easier to focus on daily goals than 30-day goals, in my opinion. Now, what I recommend, so with that one, all you need is 3 to 4 sales a day. Okay, 3 to 4 sales a day. Now you may be still thinking, Garrett, I'm barely making 1 a day. How am I going to get 3 to 4? But again, once you apply what I've been teaching, and as I continue to teach, as you follow my Facebook, you're going to learn how to do this very, very simple. Okay, I want to save you tons of effort and time. Now, again, $100, 3 to 4 sales, that's going to make you $300. So that's really the last step. Okay, now obviously, if you can promote a product that's $500 a sale, that's even better. Okay, because people think that it's harder to sell a product that's more money, but it's, again, if you've been following me for the entire live, and once I posted, if you missed out, go back and watch it because I shared with you, the 4 steps in detail. But the very first step is to identify your target market. Now, there's a massive amount of people online that $500 is really nothing to. Okay, so if you're promoting a product that's $500, the issue isn't how difficult it is to sell. The question is, how can I find people and target people that's a no-brainer? Okay, so that's what I started getting good at was, okay, rather than promoting these little tiny commissions to people that, can't barely afford it, how can I target serious people that can join at this level And then now I only need 1 to 2 sales to make my income goal. Okay, and once you set up the funnel, then it's going to be automated as those emails go out on total autopilot. You're selling and telling, that's done for you. The qualifying is done for you because you can send someone to a capture page with a headline, and that's going to qualify the person for you. You don't have to manually prospect people all day, okay? Now, you may be watching this video and you're going, Garrett, this is absolutely incredible, but I don't know an opportunity, or I'm not a part of an opportunity with that type of payment thing. Because ideally, just one more little tip for you, ideally, like I said, at least $100 per sale is a good opportunity that you want to promote. But ideally, you want to join something and promote something that has different levels, okay? Because the issue is, some people are going to come in and they may want the $100. Maybe that's a lot to them. Okay, I can barely afford $100, totally fine. But they're gonna buy at the $100. But what if you have someone that wants to buy $500 worth of their products and value? Well, if you don't have an option for someone to buy that, again, you're missing out on money on the table. So what I personally recommend, in all honesty, is to join something that has from $100. Okay, $100. My marker isn't working. $100 to about $1,000. Okay. And with different ranges of products. So now, depending on that person, they may want to go all in, and now you're making an $1,000 commission. Or they may just want to buy, let's say the $100. Well, now you're not missing out on anyone. Okay, so you want to join something with a range of products. Now, if you're watching this video and you've been getting value, first off, like it if you like it. That will help me know to make more. Also, be sure to share this because I want to help people. Okay, share it with your business partners, your teammates. I'm really breaking down the formula right now. Most of these people, they try to charge you thousands of dollars to share what I just did in this entire Facebook Live, right? I mean, I invested thousands of dollars over the last 4 years. I wasted tons of time, tons of effort learning what I've been teaching you in this video. So feel free to share it if it helped you. And last but not least, if you're watching this and you want more information on the exact opportunity and system that I'm using that has $100 to $1,000 commissions, that has a system in place where you can put these 4 steps to make $300 or more per day on autopilot, feel free to message me or go to the description of this Facebook Live. There's going to be a link to my own personal website. You can see my own funnel that I am practicing what I'm preaching, and then you can just model after me. If you decide to join that, feel free to copy and deploy exactly what I'm doing, my friend, because there's no secrets here. I want you to succeed. Unlike a lot of those other people that you may have seen lives on, and they're talking a ton of stuff. It's not actionable. It's not tangible. I remember watching some people's live, and I'd be like, they're not even sharing anything that's relevant to me. So I hope you got value, my friend. Again, I'll probably be doing a lot more of these in the future. Feel free to comment too, what type of information you want me to share. I'm here for you, my friend. It's a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. Probably going to relax by the pool because, again, once you have all this set up, you can really do what you want to do while this money continues to pump into your bank account. So again, thanks so much for watching, my friend. I'm going to end it right now. Appreciate you, and I will see you on the beaches of the world, my friend. Take care.